Toro, and La Rock and Roll Gangsta.
Yo, what's
Hey.
good? What's good? Hey, what's up, family? You're back with the Connect, bro. Straight from the underground, straight from the Lions Den new studio over here, bro. Man, bro, it's been a minute, bro. We've been gone for a minute, bro. It's your boy Jessie Toro.
It's yours truly, like a rock and roll gangster.
Yeah, man. If you guys can notice, we at a new location. We at a new studio. Man, we're trying to bring you that family vibes here. You know what I mean? Something a little more personal to you guys. So, man, bro,
Welcome.
we are glad to be back, man. It's been a minute.
I missed you, Toro, man.
What's been November?
Yes.
Not even November, before November.
This
we haven't been here
COVID
for a
thing really
minute.
hit us, man.
Yeah,
and,
man.
obviously for our safety and our health, like, we had to, give it a break. But I'm happy to be back with you.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's good to see you.
I'm getting chills just
Right?
recording it.
Yes.
It's been a minute. It's been too long. We got Mario back again.
Hey,
producing in the background.
How you guys been?
So happy to see you.
Yeah, Mario's the man, the myth, the legend. He's the man behind the camera. And if it wouldn't be for him, man, like, we wouldn't be running this shit. We wouldn't be recording, man.
He's the man.
Yeah, he's the man making this shit go.
This is definitely a team effort, and this is a team that has motivated me and pushed me. So here we are, making it happen.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so let me get you guys a quick run up on what we are. So, like I said, we're the Connect. We're a podcast coming at you. We're talking about culture, talking about music. We're talking about real life subjects, from mental health to drugs to being abandoned to being left in the streets, relationships. Shit, we can even talk about aliens.
Music.
We can talk about music, drugs. Like I said, man, we're going to hit every topic. If you guys are interested, if you guys want to hear more of the stuff, feel free to comment. The comments are open.
Or follow
Let us know.
on Instagram, Facebook.
Yep, YouTube.
Make sure to check us out.
Make sure you guys are letting us know what you guys think about the show. Comment on what you guys think. Comment on what you guys want to hear. We're touching every subject. We're going to have artists coming in. We're going to have producers. We're going to have people with financial planning coming in. We're going to have ex-gang members. Yeah, everything. We're going to hit everything, man.
All kinds of people. Awesome people.
We're going to have human beings
genuine
coming up.
people.
Yeah, real
exactly.
people, man. All right, like I said again, I'm Jessie Toro. This is Rock and Roll Gangsta.
Hey.
You're rocking with us again, man. So
welcome.
So, man, this fucking year that just passed, Mara, this fucking year that just passed, dude.
2020 is definitely everybody can relate to this because it affected everybody worldwide. 2020 was a year that changed everybody's life, man. I mean, for
mentally,
starters,
financially.
2020's been a motherfucker, bro. I'll be straight up. It's been a bitch. Life already as it was a bitch. Now, 2020 has been a motherfucker, bro. Like, that shit just been crazy. Well, we're already hitting the mark already, like 1 year already going into it, the coronavirus, bro.
Yes.
Shit is crazy, man.
It's probably been longer than that, honestly. But
shit is crazy, man. Like, what has been some changes for you?
For me, honestly, since this pandemic started, I still kept working.
Yeah, I kept working.
I'm an essential worker. I'm a caregiver. So I still had to work. I had to be there. And it was kind of scary because I was the only person from my household that had to leave. And like when the first couple of times when I drove out to work, when the shutdown,
crazy, right?
was happening.
How scared were you when you were out there?
Yeah,
bro?
Because the streets were empty, and you're like, you didn't know what to expect.
It didn't feel right.
Exactly, like something had to happen. You know what I mean?
Real quick, shout out to everybody who's been working through the coronavirus, because not a lot of people have been working, but everybody putting their life on the line and going out there and still making the world run. Shout out to you guys, man.
And
to your essential workers.
Thank you. What's it called? Dude, I haven't stopped working either. You know what I mean? I got 2 little ones in my house that I need to support. Yes. I haven't stopped working. I was working security at first for the schools. And then the schools got shut down. Yeah. You could tell the teachers were in panic. They didn't want to show it because of the kids. All the kids were like, "Hey, chingas madre, we're gonna go home." They thought it was a vacation. All the teachers didn't know what to do. The principals, they're dope. The principals that were working, they were awesome. They didn't know what to do. They were just like, they called me right now. We got to shut down. We ended half day, and they told everybody to go home. It was crazy. But like you said, in the beginning, I still worked. I still had a hustle. So I found another job real quick. I started working at dispensaries doing security. And I was driving to work and people were like, make sure you got paperwork. I'm like, what do you mean paperwork? I'm like, yeah, they pull you over. I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
They gave me badges. I was like, oh my God, like it's fucking, this is crazy.
Making this shit. They making this shit.
What's going to happen? It's like the unknown was crazy. Like you didn't know what to expect.
And don't even get me started with people buying toilet paper, man. That's a whole lot of nalgas right there, man. That shit.
It was ridiculous. The water.
No, so I was like, nah,
shelves.
fuck this shit. I was like, they're gonna restock. Shit's not gonna go that bad. Tell me why I catch myself at the store trying to buy diapers and wipes for my kid. I catch myself panic shopping, bro. Mario, I shit you now, Mario. I caught myself panic shopping. One of the stores at Walgreens I go to. Yeah. I know one of the managers there. He straight up told me. I walked up and was like, hey, bro, you don't got no more diapers? He goes, I do. He goes, I know you, bro. He goes, me and the back door and this cut. Yeah. So I get there. He starts giving me diapers on the low. He goes, bro, if I was you, buy right now. I'm like, really, bro? He goes, yeah, like they're buying everything. I said, what do you have? He goes, go to the canned food. Nobody has touched it. I was buying organic food. We don't eat organic. If you can see, we're not eating organic. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Dude, we're buying. I started just shoveling canned food. Yeah. Luckily, he was cool with me, and I'm cool like that. He put me to the car and go, here's diapers, here's wipes. Boom, he gave them to me. I bought them real quick. I'm like, dude, I needed the shit because
those were angels. The one that hooked it up. You know what I mean?
I don't think I was gonna find any diapers or wipes anywhere.
Man, there was a homegirl that was hustling, and she was like selling like pounds of rice, beans, toilet paper, like for cheap. You know what I mean? And it was like a blessing. Like I was like, man, thank you so much. Just the little things, huh? Like you didn't appreciate.
Yeah. Do you feel like your life has changed because of the virus?
Definitely. And of course, well, not that I fully adjusted to this, but
I don't think anyone can.
Yeah, but it's a big change, definitely.
Yeah. It still feels weird.
We're still working on it.
Like I try to make it as regular as possible, like my life, and for my kids as well. I feel bad for my kids. My kids don't come out.
Oh, I agree.
It sucks.
They're not gonna experience prom. They're not gonna experience like a good graduation. Oh my God.
My daughter started school. She started school for the first time, and it's all home study, and it's hard. Let's talk about that. It's super fucking hard. Like especially if you got parents that both work. Yeah. Or like if you got parents that both work and they got the grandma or the grandpa or even the babysitter. Yeah. Being with the kid and they're online. How's that gonna work? And I don't think that schools thought about that because I know a lot of kids ain't going to school right now. They ain't doing the online studies. And what about if the grandma needed to make a profile or to log in or to help the child with something? You know the abuelitas and you know the grandpas and them, they're not gonna know. They're not really fond or into like the technology like the way we are. Even I'm sometimes dumb on technology.
I feel you, but what about the children who have to live under like, you know, domestic violence home, you know what I mean? Or
no
like,
food.
Or parents that don't even want to show up because they're, you know, they're using it or something like that.
Or no food or
like
nothing.
That
shit was hard,
shit,
man.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit was hard.
But thank God, there's schools were offering free meals and stuff like that. You just go pick it up. But, you know, the struggle was real. The struggle was real, like, no doubt.
It seemed to the point people were starting, and it seemed like it was getting to that point already. People were starting to get violent at stores, boxing each other. It's like you see old señoras right there boxing each other. I'm like, damn, I got $5 on the big one. I'm like, damn, but the little one got some hands. Yep. It was getting that bad. Like people were starting getting violent. Now I'm like, what about if you're coming out from the store and motherfuckers are running up on you with the strap?
They were.
You know what I mean? Like that's the shit we were getting to, and that's the crazy shit we were getting to. Like, come on, society, like as a community, as a society, like where the fuck are we at? But you know what? I feel like the news channels and the media were pumping in fear to everybody.
Definitely.
And they were confusing everybody.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And it's not right. I told a lot of my people, stop watching the news. Stop watching. I'm not going to say no names, but stop watching the news because they're confusing you. They're pumping in lies to you. And they're just doing propaganda. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy how the way it was. But like you said, people were getting robbed out there. People were just getting their shit snatched. Like this was crazy. It was survival of the fittest for a minute. Luckily, it calmed down. Like I said, I try to keep it as normal as possible.
You know what? I disagree on that though, Toro. Like I feel like right now, a lot of people are still on unemployment.
Yeah.
So right now they're robbing people, they're killing people. It's still survival of the fittest right now.
Yeah.
Like it still hasn't gone away.
Yeah.
I don't think it's never gone away.
It's gonna be a long time before shit goes back to normal.
It's gonna take a long while, and we have to really work on it. We need to work on it really, really good, you know. And man, it's just crazy.
You know, like you said, everything was good. Like both of you said, you know, I think it brought out the worst and the best in humanity. I mean, throughout this whole thing, you really saw people coming together. You saw people trying to make an effort to help out.
Yeah, it wasn't just bad. It really wasn't just bad stuff. It was good out there. There's people. Yeah. There's always good people like to promote, which I'm bad. We like to promote the bad. You know what I mean? It shines bigger than the greatness. You know what I mean? But there's good people out there, like you said. The lady that was helping people, she was hustling, making milk. You know what I mean? Like that's the way it was.
Yes.
When the school ended, we were still working for like a month or two after, and I was doing the meals, but I was doing security for that. And they're like, "Hey, people might get crazy." I'm like, "For reals? For the meals?" But there was people that were coming, and they're like, "Oh, for my neighbor, she's at the señora there. Oh, there's kids there. Can I get some?" And they weren't allowing them, but they're like, "You know what? Come back in an hour. And there's still food. We'll give you food." There was church people coming in the church. And the school I was working at, they were giving them bundles because they're like, "We're not gonna sell this, or we're not gonna give this away. It's just gonna rot. Take it." The church people were picking it up. They were taking it to shelters. They were taking it to the homeless people. So there is good out there, which is great. Yes. So now, how do you feel like the household structure of a family is now?
You know what?
At their necks or like closer?
You know what? I felt like we got closer. And I give a big shout out to my mom because, like, she held it down, like, because obviously I went to work, you know what I mean? I had long hours, like, you know, I was working almost every day, you know what I mean? It was really tough for me at that time. So when I would come home, like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to do shit, you know? And luckily she was there, like, you know, she was working from home, but she held it down at the house, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know, I would, like, you know, we will go together for the groceries and stuff like that. But man, I give mad props to my mom because she really did help me out a lot at that time. You know what I mean? And we got closer. You know what I mean? Like, and we were prepared. You know, even though it was scary.
You know what? There was a lot of people that weren't prepared for this shit.
We weren't. You know what I mean? We weren't.
And that's how I feel. Were the people that were panic shopping, were the people that were not prepared, and they're like, "I gotta go." And I feel like they were just buying nonsense just to buy it because they were scared.
Hearing. That's why it was
like toilet paper. Really? Like your ass is not gonna get wiped. You can't get in the shower and wipe your ass. You know what I mean?
You know,
like lávate.
Hey,
but it was
there's a lot of sheep in this world.
There was good that you were prepared, man. That you guys were prepared for this.
We weren't prepared, but we got ourselves prepared when it started.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, let's get these things quick, like the main things, like, you know, medications, you know, cleaning supplies, you know, just little stuff like that, like, you know, a backpack to carry like the documents and stuff like that if we had to go like that, because we didn't know what to expect. You know, we seen helicopters like fly through over our house. And we're like, fuck, like, what the fuck's gonna happen next? You know what I mean?
Like, all of a sudden, you start hearing the army's moving in.
Exactly.
And then this is moving in. And then people started riding. That's where it got to. People started riding. And it's like, wow, dude, like, what the hell is going on? And then it doesn't help that we had a piece of shit governor and a piece of shit president. It didn't help us at all. This motherfucker did not give a fuck about people, bro. Like, he would just give a fuck about his own wealth and his own security. But, hey, did you catch it? Did you get Kona?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it too, man.
It was.
You know, my bad, Steph. I don't mean to interrupt you. I think I got it early.
Before?
Early, yeah. Early. But go for it. So what were you gonna say, my bad?
You know what, Mario? A lot of people were saying they got it before.
Yeah.
It was officially called COVID or
like in November,
Corona.
December?
I'm sorry.
I knew the band COVID before it was on K-Rock and Power. You know, so I claimed that right there.
Yeah.
No. But anyways,
You know, it's like it was
like you were saying.
How'd you feel?
You know, I didn't get it that bad. I was getting dizzy. You know what? When I first noticed, I was like sick because I rarely get sick. I was driving on the 105 East. And I was, that ramp, that turns like to the left and then it goes on. Okay. So
Coming this
from
way,
the
right?
710,
Coming
from
this
the
way, right?
710,
Yeah.
and then you catch the 105 in the ramp, bam. So I was driving and fucking I felt dizzy. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, fuck it, just make it home. You know what I mean? Just make it home. But I felt like I was getting sick, but I was in denial. I was like, it can't be COVID, it can't be this. Like, oh, nah, dude. But yeah, unfortunately it was.
What month was this?
It was around November.
Gee.
Like around Thanksgiving.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
Damn, we had just came back from our trip.
hey, for real, so.
Yeah.
But it was after. Because I tested myself after we came from your birthday
I did too.
trip.
Yeah.
I tested myself. I was negative. We were cool, and I think we got it from somebody or whatever. But
Dude, so in my line of work, like I'm a barber, so I see a lot of people throughout my day.
Man.
And we were being careful. We were wiping shit down. We were sanitizing everything. I was wearing gloves, mask. I was even wearing one of those visor ones. That shit was horrible, but I was being careful. And I was telling I'm a straight up person. I text my customers and said, be straight up, bro. If you're sick or you think you're sick or you think you have a cough or runny nose, don't come in. Haircut
but
is gonna
some
be
people
there.
didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. So I was being careful.
They want to get a haircut or whatever the fuck.
Even the security, the location I was at, people were dropping left and right, and they weren't telling us. So I work for a weed farm.
Okay.
So my company is contracted with them, so we're a separate company, but we work with them. So the weed farm company, they weren't telling us that a whole wing of people got sick.
Oh, hell no.
So one day I work Mondays. When I walk in, I'm like, hey, where's all the trimmers at? And they're like, oh, like, yeah, they don't tell us. One of the workers told me, and I was like, this is some bullshit. They didn't even tell us. I text my supervisor and I was like, did you know all these people got corona? And they're like, no, they didn't tell us. I'm like, dude, yeah. But they were mad because they're like, oh, you're putting the security guards at risk. And they were talking about shutting that place down, but it never shut down.
Of course.
But my thing is, I was being, because I hear everybody saying that, being careful, and they knew I was out and about all the time. I was working, I was hustling, doing what I had to do. So all year I was careful, and I was like, cool, I didn't get it. Because my birthday in November, we went to over there, I didn't get it. We're straight. We good. I fucking made it past Corona.
Okay.
Fuck it. Tell me why I get sick in December, the last week of December.
For New Year's.
Yeah, that weekend
So
between Christmas and New Year's, I got sick. Sucks. It fucking sucks, dude. My mom's kind of down.
Did you lose your taste?
A little bit,
smell?
but it was going and coming. My smell, I didn't. But it was going and coming. My taste.
Both.
You lost both?
Was
that crazy?
Weird. Like, well, for me, when I was like breathing, I just felt like cold air. Like, but I couldn't smell anything. Like, no type of, I don't know. I couldn't smell anything.
The smell didn't go away. My taste came and went, and it was weird, dude. It was weird.
It's weird.
Yeah,
weird.
because I was doing ginger shots.
Yeah.
I didn't taste the ginger shots. I took the first one. I tasted it. Horrible. I fucking hate ginger shots.
Yeah.
I took the first one. It was horrible. After that, didn't taste it no more. Dude, I was having weird cravings. I wanted ceviche. I tasted the ceviche. I got ramen. Ate ramen. I didn't taste it. I couldn't taste the ramen. We had bought chicken. I couldn't taste the chicken.
Yeah.
There was some spot right there, some pollo asado right there.
Yeah.
Fire. Couldn't taste it. I felt like I was eating cardboard with the tortillas. I was eating it.
Sucks.
Horrible. That was horrible.
You're like, what?
And I'm like, I feel like a dog. Like when you give a dog peanut butter. I could like a fucking vodka. I shit you not. It was weird. It was super weird. But what's it called? Yeah, dude. So my fucking mom, she's not the sharpest tool in the shed. All right, so we didn't see her for Christmas. She didn't see the kids for Christmas. So she invites me over. She goes, oh, I didn't see the kids. I got presents for them. I'm a cook, which is the weekend between Christmas and New Year's. So I Saturday, fuck, I ain't doing shit. Came out to work, went to go. I get there. My brother's in the kitchen. My mom's husband's in the room. My kids run straight to the room because that's where my mom has all the snacks. I'm like, okay, cool. I go to the kitchen, have my mom get the table ready, get shit ready. But we were right there. I didn't really go to the room. I only went to the room one time to change my son's diaper.
Okay.
So tell me why my mom's husband comes out. He's acting a weird, which he's a weirdo anyways. He's cool, whatever. So he comes out and he eats. He goes back to the room. We leave that day. Boom. I didn't realize nothing. I think I heard her husband cough one time, but I'm like, that fool's weird.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to him.
Yeah.
So I'm alright, fuck it.
Give him benefit of the doubt.
Like 2 days later, my mom, so that was Saturday. Like Monday, my mom texts all of us in a group chat, I'm feeling pretty sick. Can you guys bring me medicine and some waters? So I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean you're feeling sick? I call my brother who lives with her. I was like, hey, James, what does my mom mean she's sick? Is she on the come down? Or is she fucking losing her mind? Or is she sick?
She really sick.
He goes, nah, dude, we sick, all three of us. I'm like, what do you mean you're sick, bro?
Yeah.
From there, I felt like a wave hit me.
Oh.
And I'm like, I just sit down in my chair, I'm like,
you start feeling sick and shit.
like, I started feeling weird.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, all right, dog. I call my other brother that was in the kitchen, Crazy Legs. I call that fool. I'm like, hey, Alex, you hear this shit? He goes, yeah, fool. I'm like, dog, I'm scared, fool. I'm gonna go get tested.
Yeah.
He goes, nah. I was supposed to go to my uncle's house in Riverside. I had to give my uncle like $150 for food and drinks, and we're supposed to have like, cool. He has like an acre over there, and he has a farm, and my kids can run around. We're planning it. I was gonna go to my uncle's house in Riverside, let the kids run around. I call my brother, and he was like, oh no, yeah. I said, I'm gonna go get tested, fool. I'm gonna go get tested. Like something doesn't seem right here. I don't feel right.
No.
He goes, do you feel sick? I'm like, I don't feel sick. I'm like, I feel weird now, but I think it's because I'm fucking with my own head. You know what I mean? My baby mama started having a cough. My son started having a cough. I'm like, fucking shit, don't let this shit be. I call my uncle. My uncle's like, fuck it, just come. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go. My uncle has a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not gonna go, dude, and risk you guys getting sick. I feel like a dick, you know what I mean? And I was like, I'm not gonna go. Sure enough, I go get tested. And then I didn't feel sick yet, but I was feeling weird. I go get tested. My results come in when I'm at work.
Yeah.
My results come in, I'm negative.
Oh, you're negative. Oh,
no,
okay.
I mean, my bad, positive.
Oh, okay. I was about to
And
say.
I'm like, boom, I call in. I said, I gotta go now. I was still staying away from people. I gotta go. I just tested positive, and they're like, "What, for reals? And you're at work?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't feel sick. I just tested."
Yeah.
I left work. That drive home, boom, hits me like that. Hits me hard. I don't know why.
Man.
I wasn't feeling it until I found out I was sick or I was positive. It hits me.
You know what? I think because of that scare, it lowered your immune system.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It just started hitting you.
Yeah.
But you already had contracted it.
Yeah.
But you just like,
But I
you know,
felt
you
like
started
all at
feeling
once.
it because, you know, you...
All at once it hit me
You
hard.
lowered it, bam.
All of a sudden, that drive home, all of a sudden I have a cough.
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden I have a cough. All of a sudden I start feeling hot. I'm over here feeling hot. Like, God damn, somebody turned on the heat? Or is it just me?
Yeah.
So I drive home. It's funny because I rarely get sick. And when I get sick, for some reason, I know I'm going to get sick. And like a wave hits me, and I know I'm about to get sick. And it's funny because I don't really get sick, but when that hits me, I already know I'm about to get sick, and it's weird.
Yeah.
I get home, my girl's already feeling sick. My baby mama's already feeling sick. My kids are already feeling sick. I was bad for like 4 days. How did you get bad or no?
No, so that's what I was saying. Like, I didn't get that bad, but I was getting, you know, obviously the nausea, headaches, body aches, the no smell, taste, but nothing about like breathing problems.
Yeah.
My boyfriend, oh my God, poor guy, like he was dying.
Oh man.
He felt like he needed to go to the hospital. That's like how bad it got, you know. But thank God, like, you know, everybody was, you know. Came back strong, you know what I'm saying?
For me, was 4 days. 4 days, I was bad. I didn't have breathing problems. I had no energy.
Yeah.
I couldn't stay awake. I was barely eating. It wasn't for my kids. They were like, "Daddy, I'm hungry." I was like, "Here's my card. Order food."
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? I said, and like she like my baby mama wanted me to go to the hospital, and I told her, you know what? I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't trying to die over there. You know?
I told her, I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers ain't coming out the hospital right now. And she goes, I'm looking at you. You don't look good.
Yeah.
Like, you look a different color. Your face don't look good. Like, you don't look good. I said, and I told her, just let me sleep it off.
Yeah.
The food will come. I'll eat. Go right back to sleep all day. I felt bad because my kids rarely see me because I work so much. They rarely see me, and they were happy to have me home. And I was like, fuck, I felt bad.
But you couldn't be there,
you know,
I couldn't
spend
stay
time
awake.
I couldn't stay awake.
Even be near them.
I was literally asleep all fucking day for like 4 days.
Oh.
And one day, like the second day, I don't know what, something, I had a feeling, I roll over and I feel my son. My son, he's always hot. But I felt him, I'm like, he doesn't feel right. I put my hand under his shirt, on his armpits. And I was like, I told my baby mama, this motherfucker is burning up. Sure enough, he had a high ass 100 and something. Fever. Damn. He's right there. I said, no, like, fuck that. I woke the fuck up. I started taking his shirt off. I low-key turned on the AC. I turned on the AC. I would like get a rag or diamond down just to get his fever down to get him Tylenol.
Yeah.
Which they were saying you're not supposed to do that shit or something like that. I get Tylenol, like, no, his fever went down drastically, but we're like, dude, fuck, like this motherfucker was burning. Like he was burning the fuck up, but he was acting, my kids, they weren't acting sick, they were acting regular, like regular badass kids.
Aww.
Yeah. So I was just buying them food, and then it was weird. Like I said, I ate ramen, I tasted it. Ceviche, I tasted it. I ate chicken, I wasn't able to taste it. My mother-in-law was helping us out. She was bringing us medicine, like Mexican remedies.
That's right.
Yeah. She was helping us out, bought us water and stuff like that.
That's right.
But it was like 4 days after, and then I went almost a whole month testing positive still. Almost a whole month, like 3 weeks.
They were saying it could take up to 3 months.
Yeah.
You being positive, but symptoms obviously go away after 14 days.
And you know what I did have after those 4 days? I had a cough, a weird ass cough for a minute. But it's like I wasn't like breathing hard. I was just like, I would feel like I couldn't catch my breath. Like I couldn't catch my breath, and then I just felt super fatigued.
Yeah, in the beginning, I was feeling tired more than usual. I was like, I don't feel right. This is not me. You know what I mean?
And after those 4 days, I was a fucking crackhead, dude. Cause I slept so long, 4 days. I was up, like I'm up playing PlayStation. I was PlayStation. Hey, shout out to PlayStation. They helped me out watching movies. Everybody's asleep, and the sun's coming up. Like, God damn, is that the sun? Like, yeah, I gotta go sleep. I was a crackhead after that. Like,
Like finally,
so my thing is, I have a thing where I can't be home. I can't stand it. Like I start getting into my mind. I start going crazy. Like, I gotta get out and do something.
I love being home, honestly.
Hey, I'm not a homebody. I'm not a homebody at all.
But obviously I go out too. But I like being home.
Now, I'm always hustling. I'm always out on the street and shit. I'm a head or whatever you want to call it. But what's it called? Those couple of weeks I was there, I was like, fuck, I'm going crazy already. I went to test and I came out positive again. I was like, fucking shit, I'm positive again. So then I'm like, I fucking feel fine. I feel okay. I don't feel bad. I feel okay. Went to go test. My boss was like, where you at? I was like, oh, I'm still testing positive. I went to test again. Yeah. Fucking positive again for the third time. I'm like, God damn, this shit is ridiculous.
Man, you know what my boss said? Okay, I guess there's like a new policy because everything it started changing. You know, it's like 14 days. Then you could go back to work. You know what I mean? But the policy kept changing. I was like, okay, after 10 days and you don't have no symptoms for 24 to 48 hours, you be straight to go back to work, whatever. And we were low staff at the time, so fuck it, he's like, yeah, if you could come back, come back, you know. But I wasn't feeling no symptoms for about 2-3 days of my quarantine. But I went back to work. I was like, fuck it, I need to work, man. I can't be home.
Well, me as a barber, I felt kind of weird telling my customers. And I don't know why. It felt like a bad thing. Like I had COVID. I felt I'm like, damn, I got COVID. It's a bad thing. And I'm texting my customers and they're like, oh, you got COVID, bro? When did I come? I'm like, dog. And then it made me feel like, God damn, did I do something wrong?
Yes.
As a barber, it was weird for me to tell my customers, hey, bro, I got COVID. I still have customers have hit me up since then. Yeah. Which is weird. Which shout out to my loyal customers. I fuck with you guys, dog. But it's like, it was weird telling my customers. I had people hitting me up for weeks, constantly, are you done with COVID? I'm like, nah, I'm not done yet, bro. I'm not done yet. I'm still testing positive.
Me a second,
and they're like, dog, I see my customers after that. They're like, dog, I got a fucking Mexican afro, bro. What the fuck? I was like, damn, dude, I felt bad for my customers. But as soon as I tested negative, I said, I'm going back to work that Monday. Yes. Fuck the bullshit. Yes. Going back to work. My boss hit me up, I need you. Yes. I come back to work. They cut my hours drastically, though. Oh, I went from working 4 days in my bar, and not the barber, in the security, to only working 2. They went and hired. So I guess I wasn't the only security they caught at that time. 4 or 5 fucking security guards caught it. So they hired another 3 security guards. Damn. So now that all of us came back, they're like, we got to split hours now between 3 new people now. I'm like, fuck. So I lost my days right there. Yeah. That affected me because I was used to a certain amount of paycheck. Right. And I was like, fuck.
Same I got to stretch my money out now. They were noticing we were working, they were overworking us. So they, obviously they got some help from different departments of the company. So we lost hours too. You know what I mean? That's crazy. You were used to seeing your paycheck. Okay, cool. Fuck yeah. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you're tired as fuck. But Yeah, definitely. The cutting hours is like, fuck this. I can't live off of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did it affect you, Mario? Well, Mario, you're a teacher, right?
That must have affected you crazy, bro.
I'll say this, with this whole thing, me personally, with this whole thing, from the get-go, even before, we actually knew what it was. My place of employment, told me that they were gonna have to let me go, and it was all good. A lot of elders, a lot of elderly ancianitos that I know passed away.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
There was like people of all ages that passed away.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what, dude? That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what? Let's get a moment of silence real quick for people who have passed away from COVID.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Go ahead.
Yeah, man.
That
thing is
you know
crazy,
what?
bro.
That was the heaviest part of the podcast right
Yeah.
there. The part where of silence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
yeah,
felt
dude.
that, thank God, I didn't have no immediate family members who passed away from it.
You guys? You?
Not immediate family members, but people who I knew, like people who I saw in February and March, and then you didn't
Likewise.
see them anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's messed up because
Yeah.
whether it was like parents or abuelitos or whoever, like you don't get to say like by in person. Sometimes
Yeah.
if you're fortunate,
Yeah.
like an
Yeah.
abuelito or an abuelita, everyone's able to be there surrounding them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
bro.
I-
There's a lot of sad
my
stories out there, bro.
God, yes.
I didn't have nobody close to me pass away, but I know a lot of people, bro. I have a lot of stories out there, and it sucks, dude. At first, I was like, it's fake. It's fake. And then
Everybody
at first, I
felt
was
that.
like, do you know anybody who has coronavirus? And then boom,
Denial.
one of my best friends, one of my closest cousins, he's a nurse, caught it. Boom. I was like, oh shit. His mother-in-law, boom, caught it. She was in the hospital for like 3 months in a coma from the coronavirus, bro. My cousin, he had it, and I was like, oh, that's when it hit me. Like, damn, my cousin got it. And then you start seeing one of my other customers, one of my boys' customers, his dad got it, bro. He passed away from it. And that was like one of the first people who hit. This grown ass man, I feel bad for this guy. I don't even want to tell it. This grown ass man was at the barbershop crying. I still remember his voice and what he was saying, crying. He said, I didn't tell my dad goodbye. He goes, my dad drove himself to the hospital, never came out. They didn't let us see him. They didn't let us talk to him. They didn't let us call him, nothing. Went in the hospital, never came out. Guy was crying, drinking. This guy don't really drink. He was out at the fucking barbershop drinking, tall cans,
Of
feeling
course.
this. He goes, my jefita has it. I can't talk to my jefita. I go and drop off a basket at her house, and I can't even see her. He goes, I'm outside my jefita's house, and I hear her crying inside because she can't grieve with nobody. She can't talk to nobody, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, she's in the house crying by herself because her husband just passed away. That was one of the big moments for me, and I was like, fuck, dude, like, you're just a customer, but your family like that right now, you're sharing this with us. We're here. And that shit was one of the heaviest moments. Another moment, I have a kid. I coached football for about 10 years. One of my ex-football players from my last year that I coached, his dad and his mom got it. I heard it from one of my buddies posted on Facebook, rest in peace. And I was like, hey, that's JJ Watt's dad, right? He goes, yeah, JJ's dad. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. He passed away. And I was cool. From the years I coach, I'm not trying to talk shit. You see certain parents, they're, you know what I mean? And then you see great parents.
Yes.
And it sucks because that guy and his wife were great fucking parents. They were good parents. When I needed something, they're like, hey, coach, you need something? Cool, thanks for asking. Not really. When we had like family dinners with the team, they were always bringing something. Even if I didn't ask them, they brought something. Their kid had the top gear. Their kid looked good, always had a haircut. Good fucking kid, good family.
Yeah.
Mom and dad, you know what I mean? This kid was telling me that his dad was in the hospital for a month. They didn't get to see him. They didn't get to talk to him because he didn't have a phone ventilator. His mom was in the hospital for 3 weeks. His grandma, his grandpa, his mom, nobody told his dad died. Bye. His dad died in the hospital by himself. Yeah. Kid was like a 10th grader, 11th grader right now. Good fucking kid, good athlete. I called him immediately. I was trying to get hold of him. I called him off Instagram. Him and his brother were living in the Airbnb that the family got because they had COVID too. Him and his brother were living in an Airbnb by themselves. Yeah. We're talking about a 16-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Wow.
Living in an Airbnb by themselves because the mom's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another moment for me. I hit him up. You need something? You got? I got you. I'm your coach. I'm not even your coach anymore. I'm somebody looking out for you. That was heavy for me. I felt bad for the kid. You could hear it in his voice. Like I didn't get to tell my dad bye, and that's what I'm hearing most of the time. That it's hurting them more. It hurts that their family's gone, but how they're going. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Another one was my boy. I'm not gonna say his name. One of my boys from back in the days. One of my homeboys. His mom and died. He just recently lost both of them to coronavirus. So right now, I don't hear that many people dying from it, but I hear people still getting it. Mm-hmm. But this one just hit not that long ago, a couple of weeks ago, like 2-3 weeks ago, like a month, 2 ago, his dad passed away. And I didn't know he was close to his dad. Hit him up, sent him a message. You need me? I got you, bro. I'll show up. I'll pull up to your house right now. He goes, nah. His mom had it. She was in the hospital now. She was fighting for her life. Boom. Passed away too. And I was like, fuck, dude. Like,
sad.
Like, damn, he lost his mom and his dad in a matter of like 2 months.
My condolences to everybody who lost somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. This is what it's all about. And, maybe, maybe in the credits, maybe I'll put that this show is dedicated, to, everybody who, we lost this year. And, I guess the only way we can honor everybody's memory is just every day just to give it our best shot, and try to whoop ass every day and do what we need to do, don't
and remember them.
Yeah.
Always.
So when I got it, I was like, fuck me, I don't give a fuck. I was more worried about my kids. I was worried about my kids. When my son had that fever, I got scared as fuck. I fucking almost shit my pants. I got scared as fuck. And it was my kids there. I was like, damn, they're strong. My daughter's built just like me. She don't really get sick. My son, he's my little sensitive one. I was scared for my kids.
Yeah.
I said, fuck me. I could pass away right now and shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I was like, my kids. You know what I mean? That was a scary part for me. I don't even lie. I wasn't talking to my mom. I wasn't talking to mom for a minute because I was fucking pissed at her. I was like, you knew your husband was sick and you invited. She goes, oh, I thought it was diabetes. I'm like, nigga, his diabetes? Get the fuck out of here. Like, that's not diabetes. I was pissed. Even my little brother, I wasn't even talking. Don't listen to my mom. I wasn't even talking to him because I was like, dude, you know he was sick. Why you tell us to come over? You know, I was pissed. I was pissed because I'm like, my fucking kids, dude. My kids.
The fucked up part for me was that I was the one who got everybody sick in the household. You felt man, that was a fucked up feeling ever. Like, especially for my mom, cause she had cancer previously, but like I was just scared for her immune system. Like, you know what I mean? Like, regardless, like I was just worried for her mainly. But when it hit my little sister and my little brother, like that fucked me over too. Like in my head. I was like, man, like, I just hope nothing happens to them. And then they tell me it's my fault. Like, fuck. Like, I didn't want that in my conscience. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Thank God, like, we all survived and we kept it pushing. You know what I mean? But, man, that feeling.
It sucks. It sucks when you have a full household and you catch it. It's like, what are you supposed to do? Yeah.
And then, you can't blame anybody for it. You know what I mean? You can't.
And some people are catching it and don't even have the symptoms. They don't even know they have it, dude.
And people are dying. Like, okay, what I trip out on is the people who are healthy and like young and like, you know what I mean, thriving. And they're the ones like just dropping too.
Do you feel they exaggerated the number of people who died?
They definitely did. I think they said more. I think they said less. Look, here's the thing with this whole thing. What I think it exposed, it definitely exposed capitalism, the economic system. Like Steph said, it exposed abuse and the rape culture.
Yes.
Right? It exposed police brutality and white supremacy. Shout out to all our white brothers and sisters. I'm talking about white supremacy.
Yes.
And those worldwide institutions. You know, all of these things have been exposed. Like, Republicans been exposed. Like now, you know, now forever in history, you know, it's on the record that you followed a white supremacist.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Democrats, now it's on the record in history that you were voted into office and you did nothing. You're doing the exact opposite
of what
you know,
you're saying.
of what you
Your
said you were gonna
promises.
do.
So what do
Yeah.
you think about that with the whole Donald Trump? Do you think he's white supremacist, or you think he just rode the wave and what he knew was going to get him to office?
You know, both. I think he manifested, you know, what he really feels in his heart and in his mind, and both. That's the group of people.
Yeah.
There's enough of those. Unfortunately, look, it's a civil war in the United States.
Yeah.
Is what it
Because
is,
look, check this
you
out.
know?
We live in a time era where it was fairly peaceful. You know what I mean? Fairly peaceful. So nothing compared to the way it was back in the days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back in the days was horrible, dude. It was horrible. I'm happy I didn't live around those days. You know what I mean? I would have ended up killing somebody or fucking some motherfucker up myself. You know what I mean? But I think he woke something up that was always there. You know what I mean? We were like, oh, racism gone. But you know what? If you really think about it, you're probably facing some racism within a day, at least twice or three times a day. You're like, you brush it off. But he woke up a sleeping giant that was always there.
Mm-hmm.
It never went nowhere. Racism is alive and it's thriving.
It's real.
right now.
Definitely.
Racism is real, you
Did
guys.
those women get murdered in Atlanta the other day? I mean, that really happened. You
Yeah.
know, that really happened.
From the
It's
what was it, like seven? The Asian people, right?
Right. 6 Asian women.
Yeah. The massage parlor.
Tragically, you know.
Yes, I
You know
heard
what they
about
said about that guy? You know what they said about him? This guy was a sex addict. He admitted to everything.
I heard he
admitted
was a
to
regular there.
Yeah, he admitted to everything. He went through 3 fucking shops constantly. He was regular there. This guy admitted to being a sex addict. Now, for the reason why he killed people, do you know?
You know what? I
I didn't
feel
get
maybe
deep
he
into
was
that shit.
obsessed with one of the bitches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But who
It
knows?
could have been that, dude. It could have been that.
You know?
We have to think about who they are as individuals.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Call you bitches.
No, I mean, this is just my idea. We have to think about who they are as individuals, who they support, and we have to remember this. You got everything that we said. A lot of propaganda, anti-Asian, it's like this. Okay, there's not enough land, so the indigenous are blamed. There's not enough jobs, and the immigrants are blamed. I'm a sex addict, so the Asian community is blamed. We have to start calling it for what it is.
What it is.
You know,
Yeah.
we have to start calling
It sucks,
for
bro.
what it is.
It doesn't have to be racial. It's like
That
you
hit,
know.
the Asian
I'm
community
saying
hard,
it is,
bro.
it's everything. It's racial.
Oh,
It's,
okay. I see what you're saying.
It's racial. It's towards women.
Yeah.
It's all of the above. It's about picking on people who you think can't defend themselves, and then all these ideas that have been put in your head, like everything. You know, eventually when it's like this. What's this podcast about? Man, this podcast is all about being positive, man. That's why we're talking about these things and getting it all out there and
Exactly.
exposing it.
Exposing it.
But if you keep entertaining, if you keep listening to, if you keep teaching and perpetuating hate, violence, this group of people is like this, all women are like this, you know, we're the best because, you know, this is our country, this isn't their country. Oh, we have our problems because the reason why we have our problems is because the culture and the society have been trained to idolize the elite, idolize the billionaire, and hate the working class people. You know, the Congress and the Congress, the Senate, and the House of Representatives keep voting down a bill for a $15 minimum wage.
Yeah.
Why don't you want people to be able to pay their rent? Why don't you want people to be able to buy groceries? Why don't you want people to be able to
Exactly.
you know, to go to the movies on the weekend or whatever.
Do you think that's gonna affect us a lot if it does get passed and it goes up?
Because
they're talking about
affecting us
they're
already.
talking about taxing us more, charging more for other things. Because now that the minimum wage and we're making more money now, they're talking about raising everything in general. So my thing is, if you do give us minimum wage to get by, not even to like live a good life, you're just gonna get by, and then you want to raise everything. What's the point of raising the minimum wage then? Doesn't make no sense because you're still stuck in that same situation. Now, if everything stays the same and you get raised up minimum wage, people are gonna spend more money, and people are gonna actually live a better life or somewhat a better life. You know what I mean? But shit is crazy, bro. Shit is fucking crazy.
Definitely. But you know what? That's what we're here for. That's what we're fighting for. And you know what? The guests that we're gonna have here, we're gonna have activists. We're gonna have musicians that are gonna try to create solutions, that are gonna try to create.
See, one thing about this era that I actually do like. This is an era where people are not scared to speak their mind and stand up now. You know what I mean? People actually have balls to stand the fuck up and say, no, that is not right. No, this is not going to go down like this. Back in the days, people were scared, and it was easier for them just to close their mouth and just don't say nothing. Or they were scaring them to not say nothing. Now people stand up for rights. People stand up for other people. And I like that. You know what I mean? But like, certain people go overboard. Yes, they go overboard. But that's the way it is. It's going to happen like that. It's not everybody's going to be in the right mindset. But when shit happens, like when the riots happen, bro, you know what I mean? Not everybody was out there for the same cause or for the right cause. But there were people out there that were fighting and speaking up for a certain man, and for not just a certain man, but they were speaking up for what's been going on for years. Yeah. You know what I mean? But you know what? It's just a lot of frustration that's been going on and built up for people being in the house and being caged for months. And then there's a lot of frustration that's going on for years, and people are tired of this shit. What do you expect? What do you expect to happen when people's been saying shit and then like it hits the fan, bro, and they're not getting no results? Their voices not being heard. You know what I mean? Shit's gonna blow the fuck up. Shit's gonna blow up. You know what I mean?
And that's what's happening right now. But I mean, that's the main point of this show right here, is so that, you know, we use this show, we use our art, we use our creativity, we use our talent as a weapon to bring about awareness and to bring about solutions to these problems. You know, what's the key? What's the solution? Is teaching this generation that, hey man, we don't have to live like that. You know, we don't have to hate each other, and we need to refocus. You know, everything that happened in the Capitol on January 6th.
Yes. That shit's crazy, bro.
You know,
these can't believe that even happened,
bro. Right. Donald Trump said he didn't do nothing to provoke it. Motherfucker, listen to what you said. Subliminal messages like a motherfucker. You were telling them to do something but hiding it behind a certain phrase or the way you said it. But you straight out told these motherfuckers to fight to the end and storm the Capitol. Yeah. You fucking told them. What do you expect? Now that fucking ignorance
that
right there.
That crowd was crazy. I couldn't believe it.
But look, the thing that gets me mad, and that was a Latino crowd or an African American crowd.
Exactly.
Those motherfuckers would have been shot on sight.
Fuck yeah.
They would have got beat the fuck up.
They would have dropped the nuclear bomb right there.
Okay.
Bro. And they would have dropped it. They would have been like, that's a day's work.
Okay.
And it's fucked up because, you know what? I'm not like, oh, only white people and this and that. Like, nah, bro, I have white friends. I know white people. I got white family members. I'm not hating on people, but we're going to call it for what it is. Like you said, it's white privilege. These motherfuckers went to a sacred site, a government site. If I go to the liquor store and I do some shit like that, I'm getting smacked the fuck up.
Okay.
Bro, if I go to the fucking welfare office, motherfucker, I'm getting shot. These motherfuckers went to the Capitol. They didn't go to the laundromat. They didn't go to the park. They went to the Capitol.
They were straight chilling right there. Like, chilling.
It was like, bro.
They were there for a while.
But you know what's funny?
Yeah,
we don't even hear that shit.
They walked out like they
like
at the end of a show when the lights come on and it's like, and then the bouncers are like, all right everybody, go home, thanks a lot. They walk everyone out to the exit.
Bro,
it was like that. It was like
they
that.
were escorting them. These motherfuckers literally got a tour of the fucking Capitol. On this corner, we have Abraham
They were
Lincoln's
just
painting.
recording them,
You know
letting
what I
them
mean?
do whatever the
Yeah.
fuck they wanted. Like,
Bro,
it was
and
crazy,
that's
I'm
that.
telling you.
If you want to find a video of white privilege like a motherfucker,
That video.
that's the
there you
video right
go.
there. It's all the proof we need. You know what I mean?
So you
Wow.
know, I think the thing is this. Look, on our end, we can't control what other people do, right? We can
Yeah.
only control what we do. And what are we gonna do? Hey, you know what? We're gonna
Show an
love
example.
on white, black, brown, yellow, everything, man. We're gonna bring everybody together.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, we're gonna party. We're gonna have a good time.
Yes.
And you know what? We're gonna fight this thing. We're gonna fight this thing with the music that we
Yeah.
bring. We're gonna fight this thing with the art that we bring.
Yes.
We're gonna fight this thing with the different guests, the different active, man, the different
Yeah.
people that we have here. And you know what? The first step is talking about it.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
we're
Yeah.
talking
And
about
here we
it
go.
right
Yeah.
Here we
Somebody
are.
got to talk about it. Bro, the past is the past. You learn from it. That's what it is for, bro. Study the past, learn from it. Don't make the same mistakes and get through it. You know what I mean? I feel like as a community, as a culture that we have, it starts with us as people. We set the stepping stones and we set the paths. Now, when you start having kids, you teach your kids a certain way, and that's where the future comes from. You know what I mean? You got to teach our kids a certain way, not to be racist, not to have manners. And that's a lot of the shit where the kids right now, a lot of these kids lack manners and they're disrespectful as a motherfucker.
This generation,
Yeah.
let me tell
Yeah.
you.
Because I'll tell you right now, if I disrespect, I'm getting my ass whooped.
Exactly.
I'm getting smacked. You know what I mean? My kids, I'll tell you right now, my kids got me fucked up. They ain't gonna be talking like that. They're gonna be acting like that. You know what I mean? My daughter knows, shit, I don't
Yeah.
play that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not gonna be talking. My daughter has a bad fucking attitude.
Yeah.
And I tell her all the time. And
Well, look at the daddy.
And my baby mama telling me,
Okay.
like, you talk to her a little rough. Like, no, it's not that I talk to her rough. I talk to her straightforward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I talk to her straightforward.
You
I'm
tell
not
her
her
what it
friend.
is.
Yeah, I'm not her friend. I'm her parent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm her parent. I'm not her friend. Like, yeah, do I love my daughter? Fuck yeah, I love my daughter. Do I respect my daughter? Yes, I respect my daughter. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna sit here where my daughter disrespects the shit out of me. You know what I mean? And then it goes on
Yeah.
to my son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm raising a man. I'm not raising a fucking hooligan. My daughter, I'm raising a young lady. I'm not raising excuse
A
my language, a
hooligan.
cabrona. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A puta or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want my
That's
kids to
right.
respect themselves,
That's right.
and I want them to respect their community. You know what I mean? But I'll be damned. I let my kids